Now you know who you are.
Earlier this year, Rodriguez mentioned that Cameron had sketched out general storylines for Alita Battle Angel 2 and 3. This came after several months of smaller updates where the cast and creative team showed their excitement about making another film. However, despite Cameron's positive comments, Disney hasn't officially announced a new Alita movie yet. One big reason why Alita Battle Angel 2 has taken so long to get started is that the first movie, even though it made its money back with $405 million at the box office, wasn't a massive hit. This situation got more complicated when Disney bought 20th Century Studios. Despite these hurdles, the movie has a strong cult following, and both fans and stars are eager for a sequel. Plus, Cameron's recent success with Avatar: The Way of Water gives his comments some weight. Cameron's talk about a third Alita movie is intriguing because usually the green light for a third film depends on how well the second one does. This might mean Cameron is either very confident about the first sequel's performance or planning to shoot the second and third movies back-to-back, similar to the Avatar series. If Alita 2 and 3 are indeed moving forward, we might hear an official announcement from Disney soon. With that said, the term talks can be pretty vague, so it's hard to tell if a sequel is actually in development or just an idea at this point. We still don't know when Alita 2 will be released, and it's probably a few years away. However, there has been recent news confirming that a sequel is in the works. On October 5, 2023, director Robert Rodriguez updated us on the expected timeline, saying that production on Alita 2 will likely start once the SAG-AFTRA strikes are resolved. Rodriguez mentioned, "Yeah, Jim and I always talk about how we'd love to do another Alita, would love to." Since the strike ended, producer John Landau has backed up Rodriguez's comments about Alita 2, which is a good sign that things might start moving soon. While talks can be a bit unclear, if the movie does start gaining momentum, we should hear more concrete news about its production sooner rather than later. As for the cast, it's hard to say who will be in Alita 2, but it's safe to assume that Rosa Salazar will reprise her role as Alita. Salazar herself has said so, explaining, "I will fight to make Alita 2 happen until the end of time." Besides Salazar, most of the original cast could return, except for Mahershala Ali, who played Vector. Edward Norton could come back as the villain Nova, and Christoph Waltz might return as Alita's father figure. In December 2023, Jeff Fahey, who played bounty hunter McTeague, gave an optimistic update about Alita 2 when he mentioned working with director Robert Rodriguez again. Fahey said, "I like working with Robert Rodriguez, and we'll be working together again, hopefully in the summer. Fingers crossed that we're going into Alita Battle Angel 2. This suggests that Fahey is likely to reprise his role as well. While Robert Rodriguez hasn't discussed the potential story for Alita 2, we can speculate on the direction the franchise might take. Nova, the franchise's Thanos-level threat, survived the first movie, making him a prime target for Alita in the sequel. Alita 2 could follow Alita as she tracks down this nefarious villain, seeking revenge for Hugo's death. The final shot of the first movie hinted at the city in the sky, Zalem, and it's likely we will see more of this mysterious place in the sequel. In the original film, Alita's journey was a mix of self-discovery and a quest for justice. She started as a lost cyborg with no memory of her past and gradually uncovered her powerful abilities and warrior heritage. By the end of the movie, Alita had become a formidable force, determined to bring down the corrupt elite of Zalem. The sequel could delve deeper into Alita's origins, exploring her connections to Zalem and the larger universe. Nova's role in the sequel is likely to be more prominent given his brief but significant appearance in the first film. As a master manipulator with vast resources, he represents a considerable challenge for Alita. Her quest for revenge will not be easy, and it could lead to an epic showdown between the two characters. This conflict will likely drive the plot of Alita 2, providing plenty of action and drama. The first film also introduced several characters who could play crucial roles in the sequel. Dr. Dyson Ito, Alita's father figure, could continue to provide emotional support and technical expertise. His relationship with Alita is central to her character development, and their bond could be further explored. Meanwhile, Edward Norton's Nova is a character shrouded in mystery, and his motivations and backstory could be revealed in the sequel, adding depth to the narrative. In addition to the returning cast, Alita 2 could introduce new characters from the source material. The Alita manga series features a rich array of characters and storylines that could be adapted for the big screen. These new characters could expand the universe of films, introducing fresh dynamics and plot twists. One of the most anticipated aspects of the sequel is the exploration of Salem. This city in the sky, ruled by a privileged few, represents everything Alita stands against. Her journey to Salem could be a major plot point in the sequel, providing a stark contrast to the gritty dystopian world below. The visual depiction of Salem, with its advanced technology and opulent lifestyle, could offer stunning cinematography and special effects. Alita's quest for revenge and justice will likely lead her to confront her own past. The first film hinted at Alita's mysterious origins and her connection to a group of elite warriors. Alita 2 could reveal more about this backstory, providing context for her abilities and her destiny. This exploration of her past could also introduce new allies and enemies, complicating her mission and adding layers to the story. The sequel could also delve into the themes of identity and self-discovery that were central to the first film. Alita's journey is not just about defeating her enemies, but also about understanding who she is and what she stands for. Her struggle to reconcile her human emotions with her cyborg nature is a compelling aspect of her character, and it could be further explored in the sequel. Alita 2 has the potential to build on the first film's success and address some of its criticisms. While the first movie was praised for its visuals and action sequences, some critics felt that the story was somewhat lacking. The sequel could provide a more cohesive narrative, with a tighter focus on character development and plot progression. Hugo's fate in the movie aligns closely with the manga series, but there's a significant difference. In the movie, his love for Alita is genuine, not a manipulative scheme. This adds a layer of tragedy to his death, making it even more heartbreaking, depending on how you look at it. However, since his body was never recovered and we never actually saw him die, there's a chance the sequel could bring him back, diverging from the comics. This could set the stage for a big romantic reunion with Alita. The idea of Hugo returning opens up exciting possibilities for Alita 2. His comeback could not only reignite the romantic storyline, but also introduce new dynamics and conflicts. If Hugo does return, it could be through some technological miracle, given the advanced cybernetic enhancements in their world. This would also raise questions about his character development. How has his experience changed him, and what role will he play in Alita's ongoing battle against Nova? And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Do you think Hugo should come back in Alita Battle Angel 2? Let us know your thoughts.